could just do sign language if you know it. Yeah. All right, so are we up now?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're up now.
We're up.
Yeah,
People can hear us?
Now we're up, yeah.
All right. Very good.
So, anyway, just to recap, go over to YouTube and hit subscribe at YouTube because there's a lot of nice content up there. And the YouTube channel is easier to navigate if you're looking for the past episodes of the cast at Glocker.
And there's some good ones.
There's some good episodes.
Yes. They're all good, right?
So please hit the subscribe button over on YouTube, Glocker Realty and Insurance. All you have to do is go to YouTube, go to the search bar on YouTube, and type in Glocker Realty and Insurance. We're going to pop right up.
All right. Now, and that was good. I think you did it in a smaller amount of time.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so, but most importantly, well, we're the cast at Glocker. I'm
Yes.
Jeff Frederick. You are?
I'm Matt Green.
Okay, and with us today, this is the important part.
I'm Jeff Shontz, coordinator for Healthy Kids Running Series here in Boyertown.
All right, you did just as good the second time as you did the first time. Oh, there's always something.
So let's
Right.
get started, man.
Yeah. Let's learn about the Healthy Kids Running Series because it's a good thing. I have some kids that I like them to be healthy and they enjoy sports and they enjoy running and track and field and all that stuff. So this is right up their alley.
Yeah, I love running, so this was absolutely perfect. So, Healthy Kids Running Series, nonprofit organization, started in Westchester in 2010, so
Okay.
over 10 years ago. And it's grown to over 300 locations across the entire country. So
That quickly.
That in
Wow.
the 10 years, yep. And it's really exploded in just the past few years. And so my wife and I became the coordinator. So the nonprofit allows you to become coordinators in your town.
Mhm.
You can launch the program and follow along with the process. And we launched it here fall 2017.
Okay.
And I mean, to tell you the full story, I was looking for a program to get my kids involved with running. My daughter was just about to turn 6 at the time, and I wanted to find something where she could run.
Mhm.
I love running, and so I was looking around. I was trying to find programs, and my coworkers told me about Healthy Kids Running Series, but there was nothing around here. It was, I think, Phoenixville, Reading.
Okay.
Westchester,
Right.
Nothing that was close. I went on the website, it says you could be a coordinator in your location. So I said to my wife, Jenna, I want to be a coordinator. She's like, okay. I called up. It was the last day to sign up to be a coordinator to launch it for that fall series.
Okay.
So
you jumped
no
into
idea.
it.
No idea what I was getting
Yeah,
myself
right.
involved with. But yeah, we signed up and we became coordinators here for the fall 2017.
Okay, good.
And
And so you're talking about your 6-year-old daughter.
yep,
So I'm assuming this is for all ages.
yeah.
Or
this
a large
actually is
age group at least.
Yep. So this is actually starts at 2 years old. So we
Oh,
have
wow.
2-year-olds
No kidding.
that can run.
Well, two-year-old kids love to run. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Run away
especially
from
away
their
from
parents.
you.
At least
Yeah.
they like to go in
Right.
some kind of direction.
Into
Right.
the street.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
Like
Down,
a frog.
down the grocery store halls.
Oh, yeah,
everything.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 years old, all the way up through high school. So we have a high school division as well. And it's based on their age is what they run. So 2
Yeah.
and 3-year-olds, 50-yard dash. 4 and 5-year-old pre-K, 75-yard dash. Kindergarten, first grade is a quarter mile. Second and third grade is half mile. Fourth through 8th grade is a 1 mile. And then high schoolers run a 2 mile.
So you and your wife can't handle this all on your own. So I assume you have some assistants or something helping you out.
We have some great volunteers. So we have parents that help out. We have high school students from cross-country team, from the soccer team, from different organizations at the high school that will volunteer their time and help out at the races, help out at the finish line, help out on the course, registration tables, and we need volunteers. Like, having great volunteers makes it just so much more successful.
Oh, sure. I mean, you probably need 3-4 volunteers just for the 2-year-olds. I mean, to keep them wrangled together.
Yes,
How do they
yes.
do? How do the 2-year-olds do?
So the 2-year-olds are not quite old enough to really understand like where they should be going.
Yeah.
Now the fun part is I start every single race, and for the young ones, it's okay. you're going to try to chase Coach Jeff.
Nice.
And I turn around, and after I say go, I turn around and I run towards the finish line, and they try to just chase me and catch me. So as the weeks go by, their confidence builds up, and they're like, I'm going to get Coach Jeff this week. I'm going to get him. I haven't been caught yet. It's been close, but I haven't been caught yet.
Nice. That's
But
cool.
the 2-year-olds are kind of, you never know what's going to happen. They may go, they may not. And for those 2-year-olds and sometimes the 3-year-olds, the parents will help out for those races. But once they get in the 4 and 5-year-olds, they're ready to go. They
Yeah.
like to run.
Yeah.
So this is more than just a race on the weekends. You're providing them with some coaching. Do you coach technique and things of that nature? Or you're basically just giving them a chance to get out and run around, or both?
So on each of the Sundays, so it's a spring and a fall series, 5 weeks, 5 Sunday series where they just run on that day their same distance every single week.
Okay.
Throughout the weeks, try to post information on the Facebook page. Healthy Kids Running Series provides a guide to help them with some information, some videos on some training techniques and things like that. And I try to help out as well. I'm always encouraging the kids while they're running, throwing out some techniques. Make sure you're breathing, stay strong, relax, have fun, keep smiling.
And I'm
that's a
sure
big
fun
part of
is
it.
probably the most important thing
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
I mean, I just want everyone to have a great time, create a great experience at the races.
Yeah.
So
And so we were talking about earlier, we're talking about the, of course, COVID became an issue last year where you had to go all virtual, which, how do you run virtually? I'm sure you figured out something, but it was probably more just you doing it on your own. And
I
then,
win.
But yeah, right.
Virtual winner.
And then
Yes.
I guess you were
Yes.
probably just plugging in your times or something like that.
it really wasn't even that. For me, virtual was, you go out and you can run on your own. I mean, there wasn't any awards. Typically, we have points for trophies.
Okay.
But just to try to make it special, I still set up, we have an inflatable finish line that we set up at all of our races. So I still went out like each Sunday, set that up, said, hey, if you're running virtual, come out to the park. You can run this course.
Oh, okay.
At least you're getting some type of experience where you can run
Yeah.
a course with a few people around and you can still finish under a finish line archway.
Right. Yeah.
But the best is in person, by far.
For sure,
I mean,
yeah.
absolutely. That's what I love.
Yeah. So we're, like I said, we were talking earlier about that, and you had a large number of kids coming prior to COVID, and then now this year there was a return to live instruction, I guess we'd call it, or live fun, and you said that the numbers came back pretty strong.
Yeah.
So I mean that means a lot. I that shows that you are doing the right thing, and you guys are obviously keeping it fun, or there'd be people dropping out left and right.
Yeah.
I would think.
We had no idea what to expect for this past spring because we were coming back from virtual. There were still some requirements, some recommendations for masks. No mask while running, but when you're at the park, try to social distance, keep your masks on as much as possible. So we had no idea how many kids would actually sign up. And typically in the springtime, we'd get about 200, a little over 200 kids. And this past spring, we had 181 kids. So
you're,
it really
you're close,
did come back strong.
Yeah, that's cool. So where does this take place?
Yeah. So we have all of our races that take place at Douglas Park in Gilbertsville.
Okay.
So right behind the Douglas Township building.
Yeah.
In the back corner, there's a small soccer field. All the races finish in that soccer field. They have different starting positions. They're out close to that finish line, but they all finish under that archway right there.
So
in the
no
back of the
track
park.
or anything.
No track. This is more of a cross-country type atmosphere.
Yeah.
So they're
Which is
running
fun.
They're running through grass.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
running on the sidewalks a little bit, the pavement that's there, but mostly they're going through the grass there.
And I think that you use different muscles and everything when you're doing different terrains like that. So it's probably a little better.
Yeah, it might increase your amount of muscle engagement, right? Is that what you're going for?
That's what I'm going for. Yeah.
And look,
Perfectly
hey,
said, Matt.
for those that are watching the show, either on Facebook or on YouTube, you will see that I have the slideshow going, so you'll see our guest and the kids running on the track out in the park, having a good time, being healthy kids. And you also see, I see there's a podium. So you give the kids, they win some awards, some medals and stuff like that?
Some of them can. So we do provide, with the sign up, you get a nice tech t-shirt, and everyone receives a really cool medal after the last race. But throughout the 5 weeks, depending on how you finish, you'll get points. And so the accumulation of all those points throughout the 5 weeks, the top 3 point earners in each one of the divisions will receive a trophy, first, second, and third.
Okay.
Which is nice. It gives that, we try to be all inclusive, try to be fun, and create that family atmosphere, and we want everyone to have a good time. We provide those medals, but there's also that competitive aspect. I mean, each one of them actually wear a race bib that they have pinned to the front of their shirt.
Nice.
And we tear that off when they cross the finish line. So it's like a real race that they're running.
So
week.
is every, like, I would say practice or event like a race, or do you just, is that final event that you have like the big race, or is it just every time? Each week it's a race.
Okay. Yep, from week 1 through week 5, you're running your race every week.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
It helps the kids prepare themselves for competition. Even if they're not a runner, running will help you get in shape for just about any sport that you want to participate in. Or it'll help you stay in shape for people who like are gamers.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I mean,
I want to say this.
Yeah.
I see people of all different shapes, colors, sizes participating in this program. So it is an inclusive program. Anybody who has an interest in getting their kids healthy should take advantage of it. To that end, I did put the link up in the comments. So if you click on that link that you see in the comments, it's going to take you to the Boyertown Healthy Kids page. That's the local page where you can sign up for these races that he's talking about.
So how does a kid sign up?
Yep. So right through the website, we use Run Sign Up as the platform, and they'd be able to select which division is based on the kids. 5-week series is $40, which covers the tech t-shirt all 5 weeks. Or if you want to try it out, you can always come out to a single race, and it's $10. You can sign up right there at race day. We have a pavilion, a registration table. You can try it out. If you like it the first week, you can just pay the remainder and come back for the remainder weeks. So
nice.
Not going to break the bank.
Nope.
No.
So the fall season is upcoming or currently underway?
We are less than 3 weeks away. So the first race is September the 12th. Sunday, September 12th kicks off our fall series.
So people have a chance to get signed up. So if you're watching this show live, I put the link in the comments. Tomorrow, when Jen processes the show, I'll make sure that she puts a link up in the comments of the show so that you'll be able to find it there. You got a couple of weeks to sign up. If you're watching it later on, again, those links will be there for you. And the series can be prorated if you're late to sign up, correct? That's what you said. Like if somebody comes later, there's a different fee.
Yeah, after like week 3, then with 2 weeks left, you wouldn't pay the full amount.
Gotcha.
You just pay like per race, $10 per race.
But sign up early for the whole race.
Yes.
Come
Just
on.
do it all.
Get it done.
So if it's 5 weeks.
If your kid wants to do it, get them signed up. Get them healthy.
That's right.
We're at about the 19 mark.
We're counting down today.
Yeah.
So how can you were talking about volunteers earlier?
Mm-hmm.
How can the volunteers sign up the same way as the kids are signing up? How do you become a volunteer?
Yeah.
Because I know you said you're in need of them at all times. There can't be too many, I'm assuming, right?
Well, we can never have too little. I mean, I can put volunteers to work. That's
Sure.
For sure. So parents can sign up as they're signing up their kids and mark that they can help as a volunteer. Now, for those parents, I typically look, how many kids do you have? I don't want to pull you away so that you're not able to see your kids run. But a lot of the times they might help out with warm-ups. So we have warm-ups before each one of the races, and they can help with the stretching and the warm-ups before each one of those divisions and those races. on the registration page itself, there is, if you scroll down, there's another link for volunteers. So anyone out there that is interested in just volunteering could go to that same link, scroll down to the volunteer section, and they can sign up to be a volunteer.
Okay, cool. And you know, I know there's probably parents, maybe kids that are a little standoffish that maybe aren't sure if it's the right thing for them. I'm assuming you'd be happy with them coming out to the first event, and just go look at it, see what's happening, and
absolutely, come out to the first event, take a look. If you race, it's $10. Again, you can just pay the remainder of the $30 for the rest of the weeks. But also the Saturday before, so Saturday the 11th, I created an event on our Facebook page for those that have signed up to come out and pick up their race bags before. But also I set up the course to mark it, so I can mark out the paint lines and set everything up so that I'm ready to go for Sunday. Anybody can come out that Saturday between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. to Douglas Park. You can see the course, ask me questions.
That's a great idea.
Get a feel for what the race is going to be like.
So that's Saturday, September 11th.
Yep, the day right before we start.
Right.
I just threw up the link to the Facebook page that he's talking about. So now in the comments section, people will be able to find a link to the website and then also a link to the Facebook page.
Yeah. Nice.
We're making it easy for you, folks. Click, click, click.
That's all we can do is make it easy. Yeah, so I mean, I was thinking, you know, there also might be some kids that are like, oh, you know, I can't compete against my buddy Ryan or whatever, Joe or Samantha, because they're way too fast. But I'm assuming that you can get into this just to compete against yourself. I mean, you'll have the push from the other kids to do your best, but each week you can see you're timing the races and everything.
Yep.
So you get your time afterwards. You can just push yourself to maybe bring up your time or bring down your time, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So
each week.
For the quarter mile and up, we time those races, and I post the results. I post them at the races as well, and I show, you know, here's where you are week 1, and then you can see your improvements. And I tell you, almost every single kid who's ever run in Healthy Kids Running Series has always improved their time across the 5 weeks.
And it's great to have that push from your peers, like, and your coaches and everybody else to just help you to do better for yourself, you know?
I would say that's my absolute favorite thing to do is, as a coordinator here in Boyertown, I start every single race, but then I'm running all over the course. So different spots of where they pass through, so I can see the kids there. I can cheer them on, tell them you're halfway there, you're almost there, keep going, stay strong. And then right towards the end, where it's a straightaway to the finish line, I'm right there for them too, telling them, this is it. Give it all you got, all the way to the finish line. You got this. So I'm always encouraging them just to do their absolute best each time.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So.
And a little backstory, Matt and I met Jeff at the Coming Out of Hibernation this year, where we talked to you then, and right then, I mean, you could tell that you're totally into this.
Yeah,
so you love it. So right. I mean, that's so important. You're not just doing it because you have to. You're doing it only because you want to.
Yeah.
You're the guy that said, you know what, I need this in my town. I need this for my family and for all the other kids around.
Yeah, and I've always been the one to lead by example. So I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna show them that, you know, I want you to do your best. I want to try to. I think I said this before we were on air, but for the mile kids, you know, I'm always gonna work to be faster than all those mile kids, because there is a parent mile run that we do at the end.
Yeah.
So after week 5, at the very last, parents can do a mile run and show them show their kids, you know, lead by example for their kids. So sometimes I'll jump into that mile race just to show the other mile kids, Coach Jeff is pretty fast.
Has Coach Jeff ever been beaten by the other parents?
Never. I'm
That's a gauntlet, dude.
Yeah.
You heard it here first at the Castic Glocker. Jeff's throwing it down. Come out to Healthy Kids Running Series. Beat Jeff. I now put up the address for Douglas Park. Douglas Park is located on 44 Jackson Road in Gilbertsville, 19525. So you have the web link. You have the Facebook link, and now you know where to find Douglas Park. There's really no excuse for coming to check it out.
None.
I've eliminated all objections.
Yes.
But it was at the coming out of hibernation that we met Jeff.
Yeah.
And he was out there just like we were, participating in the community, spreading the good word about what he's into. Again, this is another local branch of a national nonprofit. So this is a local nonprofit that's working in your community to support healthy lifestyles for kids. Support local, right?
Yes.
That's the whole
Always.
purpose.
That's the whole purpose
cast.
of this show.
The
Yep.
whole purpose of the Cast at Glocker is to help you support local businesses, local nonprofits, local organizations. These are your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers working in your neighborhood to make your neighborhood a better place. Support your neighborhood.
That's right.
I mean, we also have sponsors that support us too. So
You wanna
local businesses.
Throw some names out there. If
Yeah,
you'd like
so
to.
local businesses like Dan Albert from State Farm, Royer's Discount Flooring, Carr Chiropractic. Actually, I mean, I'll throw them all out there. I
Yeah,
mean,
go for it.
Ellickson's Taekwondo. We have Everything Printing, Muzo Media Production, McSurdy Orthodontist, and St. John's A&R Workshop. So these are all local businesses that have been supporting us by sponsoring us and providing us with a donation for their sponsorship, which we always take that and put it back into our races.
Yeah.
We use that to get that big finish line archway. We have one of those statue bears, which we did a naming a contest. So I had gotten one of those small statue bears. I had it painted by Graber lettering, and then we had a contest of let's name the bear. And Dash, as in like 50,
Dash,
75
50-yard
Dash.
dash.
Dash was the winner. So we have Dash the bear. He's always at all the races, cheering on the kids as well.
That's cool.
So awesome sponsors. You know, we're always open to additional sponsors that want to help us out. Shout out to Dan Albert because he's been one of our sponsors from the very beginning. And this year, if you in next month in September, if you go in and get a free quote, he's actually donating an additional $7 per family.
That's great.
Back to Healthy Kids. So
Yeah.
go see Dan, get a quote. He'll donate to our series.
That's easy
That
enough.
seems
Yeah.
really easy.
Free.
And
You
how
don't
much
have
does that
to-
cost again?
For
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
free. You
That's
don't
where
even
I'm
have
going.
to sign
Yeah.
up for anything. You just
Just
go
go in
free
and get a quote.
It's
That's it.
free.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just like to remind people, and Jeff does too. I think on a recent Jeff Knows Boyertown blog, you wrote about all the free and low cost things that go on here in Boyertown
Constantly.
and
Every
the surrounding
week.
area.
Every
It's
week.
amazing what you can get into. You can keep yourself busy for an entire weekend.
And not spend a dime.
Right. Maybe
Yeah.
the cost of gas to get you to some of these locations.
Yeah.
But once you're there, there's so much free stuff going on. You can keep yourself busy, low cost, no problem. All that savings you can use to buy a new house. And then you can call us here at Glocker Realty and get
That was
yourself
beautiful,
a new
Matt.
house. Right? Just trying to segue as best I can.
This is
We
great.
do this cast at Glocker to highlight our business along with these other ones, and Jeff and I are still doing that.
'Cause we
real
are
estate
local,
stuff.
too.
We're local,
Yeah, right
and
here in
we're still
Boyertown.
right here in Boyertown.
Yep.
We're still doing this real estate stuff.
This real estate stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
real
a-
estate
yeah.
stuff.
Not a sponsor yet.
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 We'll talk to you after the show.
Absolutely.
That being said, I'm going to take down the slideshow of all these beautiful smile faces running, and then I'm going to put up the
Ask a realtor.
Ask a Realtor. I got to find that real quick. I don't know where that. Oh, here it is.
What song were you just doing there? Because I thought you'd do
That
the
was Price is
Jeopardy.
Right. That
Oh,
was
Price
Price is
Right.
Right. I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
a good one. That's
Anyway, Ask a Realtor is a piece that we do on the Cast at Glocker when we're at our home games.
yeah, at our house.
Yeah, home games, home
Yeah.
field advantage.
Right.
So when we are at home for the Cast at Glocker, we put up a post on our Facebook page Glocker Realty and Insurance, and it's Ask a Realtor. You can ask us any question related to real estate. Any question.
Yes.
Anything that you can think of related to real estate, we're going to answer that question.
Regardless.
One of
Every question gets answered.
Every question gets answered by one of our real estate specialists here at Glocker Realty.
Yes.
The question today, it's actually two. It's a two-part question.
It is a two-part question.
The question that gets answered on the show wins a $10 gift certificate.
Yes.
So let's get into it. Jessica Idle.
Yes.
Eidle. Jessica Idle. She asked this two-part question.
Yes.
How exactly does the market get so out of whack?
I like that. I like that it's out of whack.
Because of a pandemic. And when and how do you see it changing? So that's question
part
number one. So let's address that.
Should we address that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll go to the second one.
All right.
Because they're very closely related to each other. So exactly how does the market get so out of whack?
I'm gonna throw a curveball here.
Are you?
Why don't
Go
we?
ahead.
Yeah. Why don't we just see what the other question is? Because I think we can answer it all as a whole.
Okay.
Because it's all so similar.
I was just trying to break it down
I
and make it
know.
more digestible for people.
Nah.
You want to give people more credit, which is fine with
I
me.
do.
Maybe I'm more cynical. Maybe that's what we're learning. All right. She has the second part of her question is, being in the business, do you see the market coming back to normal anytime soon, as in a more balanced market? Right now, it seems to be for a sure seller's market. When do you see it bouncing back?
Okay. I think we can answer that as a whole because we'll start from the beginning and get to the end.
And work our way through?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
that's the way to do it. So
number one, prior to the pandemic,
yeah.
there was already a historic low housing inventory.
Right. For one reason or another, people weren't really placing their houses up for sale.
Right. And new construction had been slowed down.
Yes.
In a lot of places.
Yes.
For a lot of reasons.
Yes.
So if you think back to what you might have learned in economics, if you took economics, if
I think you have to.
supply of something is low and the demand is high, then prices rise.
Right.
So before the pandemic struck, we had a 10-year low inventory.
Right.
Coast to coast.
And on top of that, we had low interest rates.
Correct. It's the lowest mortgage interest rates in history.
Yes. Yeah. Which brings up the buying power of an individual. A person that could buy a house for $150,000 at a 4% interest rate, now they can maybe do $200,000 at a 3% interest rate.
Correct.
These were down in the numbers, and there still are down in the twos. You can get
a couple of weeks ago, it was under 3 again. It was 2.88. I remember the lowest that any one of my clients got was 2.78. No one has ever seen rates this low.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So those are the two factors that created the low inventory prior to the pandemic.
And the higher prices, because the prices were continually rising at that point.
So
but then the pandemic, that out of whack. I love that you said out of whack.
Definitely out of whack.
So what happened during the pandemic?
Shutdown.
Yeah. Right? So here's what happened to me. I was working with a series, more than one older client who was planning on downsizing and either moving into a retirement community or some type of assisted care facility.
Right.
Think back to what we didn't know at the beginning of the pandemic. We didn't know how COVID was going to affect those facilities. Right? We didn't know. So there was a lot of uncertainty. So people that were going to put their house on the market didn't.
Stopped.
First
of all, the industry stopped for a short while.
That
completely.
Too.
You couldn't buy or sell a home.
You weren't supposed to.
You weren't. I mean, there was a couple that got through the cracks, but for the most part, there was no buying or selling. So everything was just put on hold.
Right.
And then, like you're saying here, the older people, once we were able to buy and sell again, the older people were like, well, I don't want to go into assisted living right now.
No.
Because it's crazy. And it was locked down there longer than anywhere
else.
Yeah.
The other part of it too is you're going from living in your own house where you can control things to living in a higher density population.
Right.
Even if you're going to go to, let's say, a retirement community, it might be a higher population than what you were used to living out on rural Route 3 in Boyertown.
Right.
So a lot of people didn't want to take that risk of moving into a higher density situation during the pandemic. So
now we have even a lower
inventory.
And so the prices are just rising because the buyers didn't go away. They
No.
were pent up for a couple of months. Now they're out. There's even more buyers, and so again, supply and demand is just raising those prices, and the interest rates are still incredibly low. So now that brings us to the present time. Things are still pretty out of whack.
It's still heavily a seller's market.
It's heavily a seller's market. Now the future, I wish I could tell the future, because Matt, wouldn't we like? We would play the lottery. We'd do something.
The show would be brought to you by from Tahiti.
Right,
and
exactly.
we'd be flying in our guests.
If we
to
could see
stay
the
in
future.
4-star hotels.
But we all want to predict the future, especially when Matt and I are in real estate, so we want to kind of predict the future. So, Matt and I did not talk about this beforehand, but we'll see if we jive. But I believe, from what I'm hearing from other professionals that really look at the numbers and everything, yes, there will be it will calm down. Do we see a big drop happening like it happened in 2008, 2009?
Yeah.
I don't see the big dip. But it will calm down. Things will flatten out a little bit. But when? There's no, who knows?
Part of it, and this is the unknown factor, is part of it will balance when there's more houses for sale.
Yeah.
So as the inventory starts to rise, then the prices should start to come down.
Which I do see. I haven't looked recently at statistics, but I feel like there's more inventory coming on the market. Do you see that, Matt?
Around here,
here, yeah.
In other places,
maybe
not so much.
Yeah.
But I would say in the Tri-County area, Berks, Montgomery, Chester, yes, it seems like there's more listings coming on the market. It's still out of whack, to use Jessica's term, but it is. The other part of it, too, is there are some buyers that are dropping out of the market for one reason or another. They got beat up.
Yeah. They're just getting tired of it, getting worn out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's vacation time. People are going on vacations before school starts, et cetera, et cetera.
And not to, because we got to close this up in a minute, but to go back onto the reason why prices are out of whack is too because a lot of people are moving out of the cities where the prices are incredibly high.
Yes.
Coming to the country, trying to go to a more rural area, and they think these prices are extremely cheap. So they're like, wow, I can get a big house for the price of what we had an apartment for.
Right.
So they're raising. That's what's also raising the
I've
values
seen
a
that
bit.
Firsthand.
Yeah.
I'm selling a house in Pottstown right now. We listed that home in the 350s.
Mm-hmm.
Now in Pottstown, that's a high price. That's a top of the market price for Pottstown. But the person who bought that house is moving down here from New York.
And that's nothing.
In New York.
That's a tiny apartment. If you're lucky.
Right. A third of what she'd pay
Yeah.
for that same house in New York or anywhere around New York City.
Right.
That house would be $1 million listing.
Yeah.
So people have this additional purchase power that are coming from other markets.
Yep.
That's what's causing it.
So hang in there, Jessica.
In our opinion.
Yeah. Hang in there, Jessica. I think things should calm down. Just don't know when. Of course, things will calm down. Historically, of course, it's going to.
Right.
We don't know when though.
Here's what I'm telling my buyer clients.
Yeah.
The ones that come to me. If they can, wait. If you can.
Yeah.
Wait. Save up some more money. Work on your credit. Look around for the best mortgage program that you can find. The one that's going to suit your needs, maybe give you a buyer's credit or some kind of discount. Take your time now to shop around. Find out what is the best situation for yourself. Save up some extra money and work on your credit. and wait for it to balance a little
The
bit.
only thing is that if you need that boost from the interest,
right.
you know, from the low interest rates, we don't know what the interest rates are going to do either. That's
That's correct too. But
yeah.
even if it goes back to 4,
mm,
4
Yeah.
is still historically low, right? I remember refinancing to get 6%, thinking
Right.
I was doing something. Yeah.
All right. Well, Jessica Idle, that was a great question. Great 2 questions. We definitely get you the Wawa gift certificate for $10.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's easy peasy. She had 2 questions, and she gets the Wawa gift card. Awesome.
Jessica, we're open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Stop in and pick up the card.
And Matt and I are always here to answer questions. Our
I
phone
feel
numbers
like
are
I'm always
listed.
here.
No, but I mean, not necessarily here,
I know,
but
I know.
you know, our numbers are listed in various places. So yeah, just give us a call if you ever have a question or anything, or contact us in some way, text, email, whatever you want.
Jessica's actually watching, so I
awesome,
just
Jessica.
threw up the address, and I'm going to
That
put the
sounds gross.
office number down. And when you call, ask for Jen or Jill. They'll help you out.
So Matt, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you want to know what's going down in Boyertown?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I can tell you. Because
Please.
every week I put out a blog that tells you what's going down in Boyertown. It's at jeffknowsboyertown.com.
Where you can find Jeff to ask him all kinds of real estate.
That's
related
right. You can.
questions.
Yeah. You can easily contact me through there as well. You know, it's a full events list of what's happening in and around Boyertown. I don't know if you.
I follow it.
Do you?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And also, I also either highlight something that's going on around town, or I do a blog on something as well.
Articles of interest.
Yes, that's perfectly said, Matt. Perfectly said. And since the kids in Boyertown are going back to school this week, I saw all their pictures on Facebook with they're standing next to their, you know, my first day of school, first day of 6th grade or whatever it was, and they're smiling faces and sometimes not smiling faces.
For the next week and a half, you have to deal with those pictures every
Yep.
day.
And my kids will be up there on Facebook. I guarantee. They don't start till Monday though. But anyway, so I thought, you know, what better thing to discuss than, you know, what do you do now that your kids go back to school? You know, you've been through the crazy summer vacations that you finally could get out. You could do the running series with Jeff over here. You could go on your vacations. You go see live music, carnivals, fireworks, all sorts of fun stuff. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But now you're going to get that me time, you know, because, you know, if you're not working, if you're a full-time provider of your children, I guess we could call it, or that's not the right wording.
No, if you take care of if you're a stay-at-home parent.
That's
How
right.
about that?
Stay-at-home parents, yeah. You know, now you have a little bit of time to yourself finally. You know, the kids go on the bus, you got 6 hours,
All day
whatever
to
it
goof
is.
off.
All day to goof off. So what are you gonna do with your time? You know, are you gonna make something of it, or what? You know,
Jeff's going to be selling more real estate.
that's right. But so I discussed that a little bit. You know, you could be productive. You could, first of all, you could clean up the house after the tornado of your kids coming through every day. You have a little bit of time cleaning up.
Throwing their running shoes and their sweaty socks,
Right.
and their healthy kids T-shirt at you.
And so now you can also maybe you take the morning and the early afternoon to prepare for when these tornadoes come back home, and you have to take them to sports and all sorts of stuff.
That's a great description. I had 3 tornadoes.
You had 3 tornadoes. I saw it in action. I saw them spinning.
It's happening in my house right now.
That's why Jeff's happy to be here right now.
They come back, and there were socks on the middle of the kitchen floor
Yeah,
today.
that's normal, right?
Where's my cleats? There's one cleat for some reason. You just bought those things too.
Other one-
Just bought them. Other one's missing already.
Somewhere crazy.
I can't find my shin pads. Mom.
Maybe you could take the time to improve yourself. Maybe you can do some online learning or something, or maybe you go to the gym And we're talking about that earlier, Matt and I. Maybe go to the gym and do a little bit of weightlifting, running, all sorts of stuff.
CrossFit.
That's right.
CrossFit.
And then maybe, or you just put up your feet.
Chill
Just
out.
chill. Just, you deserve it, right? But also, so I have a list of other things that you could do. Something for yourself that, maybe you can do, such as you can be a tourist in your own town. You can just, walk through town and kind of just look at the shops and stuff that's going on there. And I'm sure there's going to be something that's going to pique your interest that's open during the day.
And if you can't think of anything, go to the YouTube channel, Glocker Realty and Insurance, and go back and look at some of the great, I keep hitting that thing. Look at some of the great businesses that we interviewed on the show that are right here in Boyertown.
Yeah.
You have a built-in
And we have so many
list.
more to get to, too.
You have a built-in list right there on YouTube, Glocker Realty Insurance,
Yep.
of Jeff's idea.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, good. Go to
I'm
a
trying to
local
help.
go to a local park, which I did a blog on a few
Boyertown
weeks
Park.
ago. There's always
They
stuff
have a
going.
little workout area there.
Yeah, there's all sorts.
There's some like workout machines and stuff.
And
Yeah.
all the parks have a little they're offering a little bit something different,
Yeah.
Maybe you just want to take a walk.
Right.
It's a great place to take a walk. Look around at nature a little bit. Tour a brewery or winery or distillery. That could get a little out of hand, but hey, I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of day whatevering, drinking. I
Just
guess it
get
would
an
be.
Uber.
Yeah, that's right. Just be responsible. You can have one drink.
Get home before the kids do, and you're fine.
It's gonna be much easier then. One that I kind of looked up these things,
We're having
and
cereal
one of
for
the
dinner,
things
kids.
I thought was cool was a visit an animal shelter.
Right.
Go pet some puppies, stuff like that.
There you
It's
go.
cool. Go fishing, Matt. Right?
I'm
That's
a
what you would
regular.
do, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I always have my fishing gear in my car or in my truck. And some days when I can fit it in, if I'm out riding around looking at a property or something, and there's a fishing stream on the way home, I'll stop for a couple of minutes, get a couple casts in.
That will be my son when he drives a car.
I think so too.
Oh, absolutely.
After talking to him,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He asks me every day if he can go fishing.
Dude,
I'm
do
a
it.
terrible dad because I can't do it every day. I don't
Right.
have time to do it every day.
But he's got some places that he could kind of ride his bike to. Maybe not the most glamorous fishing spots.
Yeah.
But like there's a couple
well, we
little
live on a
creeks.
crazy road, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still a little young. He looks older than he is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a whole list here, but of great ideas to do for yourself
Where would I find that list there, Jeff?
at jeffknowsboyertown.com.
There you go.
And
Would that be www?
that would be. And that's a previous joke to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
that's
keep
all right.
making it as many times as I can.
And the blog is what's going down in Boyertown. What's going down in Boyertown? Which brings me. So that's the blog. Take a look at it. Might give you some good ideas. Maybe you don't want any ideas. But look, you know what?
You did give that option. Do nothing.
I did.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Enjoy the first week where the kids are just
Absolutely,
out of the
yeah.
house.
Out of the house.
The first week is just downtime. I think, yeah, for sure. But anyway, so like I said, it's an event blog. So each week I have the events from Thursday to the following Wednesday, and this week there's a bunch of stuff going on. But I'm going to focus in on our little town here, Boyertown, and Rita's Water Ice on Thursday is they're having an event for the Bash marching unit. Bash meaning Boyertown Area Senior High. And so go to Rita's Thursday night, and I guess you buy a treat, a yummy treat.
Yeah, it's
and
probably like one of these things.
And a certain amount goes-
percentage of the sales go to
right.
support that
So
organization.
you're getting your yummy treat, and it's hot outside. It's a great time to go to Rita's.
Oh my God, it's been so humid, dude.
It's
Like,
crazy.
seriously, tropical.
My car said 100 today, but my car's whack. It
But
is
with
because it
the
doesn't. It's not
humidity
never
and
right.
stuff, dude. I was out this morning. I had a inspection at one of the properties that I'm selling that I had to cover.
Hmm.
Just standing there,
You're
I'm
sweating.
sweating. I literally had to go home after the inspection and take a shower before I came back in here to work.
I vacuumed my wife in my car last night.
Sweating.
Instantly. I mean, just dripping off me.
Yes.
Like
It's
making wet
so
spots
humid.
all over the car is gross.
It's hurricane season. This is all this tropical weather that's blowing across
I felt
the
like I
ocean.
was the hurricane yesterday.
It's coming up from the south.
So that's
Rita's.
Rita 6 to 9 on Thursday. Friday, start Studio B Art Gallery in Boyertown. They're having an opening reception for abstract impressionism and reality. I wanted to say realty.
Right.
Reality. So
Studio B is a great resource
awesome.
in your community. I mean, not many communities the size of Boyertown have their
a
own
true art gallery. Yeah.
Like it's a true art.
Yeah.
They have exhibits that tour the entire United States.
Yes.
That stop here
Uh-huh.
in Boyertown. That's a gem.
Yeah, it is
You
a gem.
you guys in Boyertown are lucky to have that.
So Friday night is the opening reception, so that's always fun. Opening night's always always fun. And then I think they do it every Saturday and Sunday, from that point on for like a month. I think each exhibit. And then Boyertown Ice Cream and Water Ice Factory right here on Philadelphia Avenue.
yeah, it's literally right there.
We had them in this.
Yeah,
to
yes,
talk
we
to
did.
them. Yeah. And they've been doing a lot of live music. Every weekend they have live music now out at the ice cream factory.
Okay.
So it's Till Harmony is playing this Saturday night at 7 to 9.
And I see too that he's got some kind of like mister machine going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it sprays this like water mist out over the
Nice.
lawn and the area. So he's trying to keep that area as cool as possible.
So you have some ice cream, you get misted, and you listen to music.
Music.
I mean, awesome. That's a
Sounds
great
like a
night.
win.
Yeah.
The State Theater.
Another awesome resource
Yep.
in Boyertown.
My son's favorite movie theater because he likes the old stuff.
Yeah,
We went to it and he's like, "This is the greatest movie theater ever."
right.
Um,
And it's super comfortable.
It
And
is.
It's. I think it's more of an intimate experience.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're not in some huge theater surrounded by hundreds of people. You're there, small theater, great seats. They updated the seating. The
Mhm.
sound there is excellent.
It is.
And you're right there on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
So they're on this Friday, which kind of go backwards here, but this Friday is they're presenting the movie Old, which is a M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Ooh, those
And
are always good.
And I recently saw I don't know if you call it review, but someone put down that like the top 10 M. Night Shyamalan movies, their perspective, they're
Right.
and they had Old as like it was like 2 or 3, number
It's-
2 or 3.
It seems really interesting.
Yeah.
Have you heard about?
I
what's going
haven't.
on?
I haven't.
It's like they're on this island, and every hour is a full year or something like that. Every hour that goes by, you age at least a year or something like that.
Ah, okay. I saw the trailers for it. Yeah. So the kids start getting older. The
Yeah.
parents start getting older. Yeah. It looks interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen an M. Night Shyamalan movie for a while, and I think I'm going to blame that on my kids because I think we just stopped watching cool movies for a while.
Yeah.
But the movies, his early movies, I loved all of them.
No, I don't think there's been a bad one in my opinion.
Really?
I know some of his movies have gotten panned for one reason or another, but I've always been entertained by his stuff.
The is it called the Airbender? Did you like that one?
I didn't see that one.
Okay, I heard it wasn't that good, but that was actually filmed at the Pagoda in Reading.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have
an
to check
interesting
that one
fact,
out.
I think.
No,
Throwing it out
he
there.
shoots a lot of stuff around here. I think
Yeah,
he's from
Philadelphia,
he's from
does a
the
lot of-
area.
Yep.
Bucks County. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff is.
Yeah, I think he's from Bucks County, is where I think he's from.
I think that too.
Yeah. So, so there's only one other thing that's, I stuck to Boyertown place. I mean, my blog, the event blog, goes all around the area, not just Boyertown. It's all around the area. And there's just one thing that I want to point out that I haven't mentioned for a while. Soul Joel's Comedy Club.
Yeah.
is like a true comedy club.
Yeah.
Like, and we, again, you're talking about what's local to our area, all the cool stuff. There isn't a lot of, you go to Philly or you go to New York for a true comedy club.
Right.
We're out in Royersford,
Yeah.
Soul Joel's, and they have first
Yeah.
class or
No,
whatever comedians.
They have A-list guys.
A-list comedians.
Andrew Dice Clay's been there.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people from Saturday Night Live, like
Right. There's been a whole list of A-list. Now they all flew out of my head. I have them right here.
I know.
And then Big J Okerson, he's a guy that I follow. Top guy. He's been there. A lot of different names that you would notice from the world of comedy are coming there to Royersford.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine is a touring comedian. It's how he makes his living. He travels Canada and the United States. And I was having a conversation with his name is Matt Fulcheron. And I was having a conversation with him, and he's just like, it's blowing my mind that this guy's bringing these comedians into Royersford. Now, he knows this area because he's friends with me. And he came to visit me a couple of times. But he's like, it's blowing my mind what you're getting there in Royersford.
And it's a cool setup, like for someone going. And have you ever been?
I haven't been there, but I've kind of seen it's a little bit outdoors.
So they
right?
call it like a dome. So it's like a round tent.
It's like one of those sports domes that you see,
Yeah.
but it's opened on either side. Instead of being closed like a bubble, it's open on either side.
And it's all, if I remember correctly, it's all sand in there,
Yes.
and you just bring your own chairs, and the stage is up front, and they do lots of times they do things with different local breweries and
bars,
food
restaurants.
places, restaurants, yeah.
It's great. We went there and had a great time.
We had a great
I've
time.
had a bunch of friends who've said great things about it.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there because we had them on, and it's been a while because it was cold. I remember it was very, very cold that day.
Cold
we
that
were there.
We're trying to connect with them to do some other stuff.
And
it's just been kind of hit or miss.
And they do events in Boyertown. They do
comedy in
Comedy
the
in the Park. Yep. And it's building a better Boyertown, and Soul Joel's does a joint thing in the park there, and we were talking about doing a pre-broadcast.
Yeah.
But we just couldn't get together with our vacations and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
We're still working on it. We'll get it done.
We'll get it done for sure. But yeah, that's what's going down in Boyertown.
Check out the blog.
Yeah.
Jeff
knows.
at Glocker.
Yeah.
Jeff at Glocker.
Yeah. Yep. That's all you have to do is Google Jeff at Glocker, and you will see all my social media.
Nice. So we are going to get in trouble.
Oh my God.
If we don't do this.
Yes.
Jen will yell at us. The
Thank you,
producer
Matt.
of the show. Jen Seville wants everyone to know that the frolic.
You totally said that backwards.
I
The
know.
whole thing.
You know what? Because I'm on a scavenger hunt to find my follicles.
Me too, obviously.
Yeah.
Mine are
And
gone.
Jeff too.
Gone.
Jeff's not even looking anymore. He says.
The Fall Frolic Scavenger Hunt. This would be the second annual.
Yes.
Because we did this last year.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 Boyertown businesses. You have to go to them between September 13th and the 30th.
Which gives you plenty of time.
There's all kinds of prizes. I've seen the prizes that are coming in. I don't want to give too many of them away because Jen's trying to build that excitement.
Yeah.
When
I saw him
she's
too.
It's
pretty
she's
crazy.
saying giveaway worth over $100, there's one gift basket. Just
One, yeah.
gift basket that we have here at Glocker that's over $100.
Yeah.
That's just one of the gifts.
Yeah.
I would say that we are giving away gifts worth hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Hundreds of dollars worth of gifts are being given away.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to do. You come here, you pick up a game piece. There's
Or any of the businesses.
or any of the businesses, but I kind of want people to come here.
Well, they have to come here to drop it off anyway.
Right. And you get a game piece. You travel around to these 6 businesses. You get a stamp. Once your game card is stamped up, you enter it to win one of these prizes. And there's a ton of them.
Yeah.
The screen
The
just
video
went
went,
dead.
but
It's because the camera died. But you'll still be able to see us, and we're almost shutting this show down anyway. But Fall Fall Frolic. Now, listen, here's another thing that's going on. Jen has been putting up teaser posts every day about the Fall Frolic. She's asking people to do things on those teaser posts, either like it or share it. And she has some ideas of how she's going to reward you for sharing the information about Fall Frolic. So if you
sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring, and it's supporting local businesses.
Yes.
It's supporting local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
These are your friends, your neighbors, guys like Coach Jeff here. Support them. So the way you can find out more about Fall Frolic and spread the word is to go to our Facebook page, Glocker Realty and Insurance. Go and check it out. It's now 7:01.
Let's see. The camera said shut down. It's been an hour.
Right. We're done.
So let's finish up with giving Jeff's information again.
No problem.
Yeah.
I think my man can handle it. Not
Are
not nervous at all. Cool as
all right.
ice.
We're gonna lay it on you. Jeff,
Yeah.
tell us your information again for the Healthy Kids Running Series.
So we're at HKRS Boyertown on Facebook. You can look up healthykidsrunningseries.org. Look for the location for Boyertown. My email address is hkrsboyertown@gmail.com. My phone number is 571-225-7252. I'm available no matter what question you have. I'm here to help you guys out.
That's awesome.
I'm here to help out any kid, regardless of the question, get them in the running. 2-year-olds all the way up through high school. Don't hesitate. Text, call, email me.
Awesome.
I threw up the links to his Facebook page and also to their website. Go back and scroll through the comments. You'll see those links. They're going to shoot you right over to find Jeff and Healthy Kids Running Series.
Great.
Awesome.
I'm Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. That's how you can find me and all my social media. Jeff at Glocker.
Yep.
Couldn't get any easier.
And next week we're going to be live at Rust and Such because
going
we
back.
had a problem last time, so we're coming back. And
Problem fixed.
Yes.
That's going to be an interesting show. They're very interesting people. They
Yeah.
do some cool stuff. Think American Pickers.
Yes.
Right here in your backyard. Very interesting folks.
Yes.
You will laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
Gary Rust from Rust and Such is a funny fellow.
Is his name really Rust? Is
That's
his last name?
yeah. No. His nickname is Rust and she's Such.
Oh,
Rust
okay.
and Such. Gary Rust Pizzola. Get it?
Yes, I get it.
All right. We're the cast at Glocker. We're on every day at 6-ish. Glocker Realty and Insurance, and also YouTube, Glocker Realty and Insurance.
Thanks for tuning in.